Maya was 29, working as a school administrator in Columbus, Ohio. She had a good salary, but also $34,000 in debt spread across 4 accounts, 2 credit cards, a car loan, and a personal loan. Every month she made minimum payments and watched the balances barely move. Then a coworker mentioned 2 words, snowball and avalanche. Maya had no idea what those meant in terms of finance, but what she discovered over the next few months completely changed her relationship with money. Today, we're going to walk through exactly what she learned. Let's start with the debt snowball, a strategy popularized by personal finance expert Dave Ramsey. Here's how it works. You list all your debts from smallest balance to largest. You make minimum payments on everything, but you throw every extra dollar at the smallest balance first. Once that's paid off, you take that payment and add it to the next smallest debt, and the next, and the next. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. It gets bigger and faster as it goes. For Maya, that meant starting with her $1,200 store credit card, even though it wasn't her highest interest debt. Now let's talk about the debt avalanche. Same starting move. You make minimum payments on everything. But instead of targeting the smallest balance, you target the debt with the highest interest rate first. Why? Because high-interest debt is the most expensive debt. Every month you carry it, it's costing you more money. The avalanche is the mathematically optimal strategy. It minimizes the total interest you pay. For Maya, that meant redirecting extra cash to her 24% APR credit card, which had a $4,800 balance, not the smallest, but the most expensive by far. Here's a look at Maya's actual debt situation. She had 4 debts totaling just over $34,000. Notice something important. The debt with the highest interest rate, her Visa card at 24% APR, isn't the largest balance. It's only $4,800, but it's quietly costing her the most money every single month. This is exactly the kind of situation where the choice between snowball and avalanche really matters. The snowball says, knock out that $1,200 store card first. The avalanche says, no, go after the 24% Visa immediately. Same income, same extra payment, very different results. This is the chart that Maya paused. When we model her exact debt situation, assuming she puts $400 extra per month toward debt, the debt avalanche saves her approximately $1,400 in interest compared to the snowball method. Both methods get her debt-free in roughly the same time frame, about 48 months, but the avalanche keeps significantly more money in her pocket. Now, $1,400 might not sound huge, but that's money she could invest, add to an emergency fund, or use for anything else. The math clearly favors the avalanche. But as we'll see next, the math isn't always the whole story. Here's where the snowball fights back. Research from Harvard Business Review found that people who pay off smaller debts first, even at higher cost, are significantly more likely to stay on track and become debt-free. Why? Because motivation is a real resource. When Maya paid off that $1,200 store card in 3 months, something clicked. She felt the progress. She got a win. That psychological fuel kept her going. Roughly 68% of people in debt repayment studies reported higher motivation when they experienced early victories. For many people, the best debt strategy isn't the one that saves the most on paper. It's the one you'll actually stick with. So how do you choose? Here's a simple framework. If you've tried to pay off debt before and quit, the snowball is probably your best friend. Those early wins create a habit loop that keeps you going. But if you're disciplined, you have a debt with a very high interest rate, say 20% or more, and you can stay the course without needing quick wins, the avalanche will save you more money over time. Maya actually tried a hybrid approach. She knocked out her $1,200 store card first for the psychological win, then immediately pivoted to attacking her 24% Visa. Many financial planners suggest this blended strategy for real-world results. All right, let's get practical. Here's exactly how to start, whether you go snowball, avalanche, or hybrid. Step 1. Write down every debt you have: balance, minimum payment, and interest rate. Don't skip anything. Step 2. Pick your strategy. Step 3. Find extra money. Even $100 a month makes a meaningful difference over time. Look at subscriptions, dining out, or a small side hustle. Step 4. Automate your minimum payments so you never miss one. A missed payment hurts your credit score and can trigger penalty rates. Then direct every extra dollar toward your target debt. This is what Maya did. She canceled 2 streaming services and redirected $85 a month. Small? Yes, but it added up fast. Let's zoom out and look at the full picture. This chart shows how Maya's total debt shrinks over time using both methods, assuming she puts $400 extra per month toward repayment. Both lines reach zero around the 48-month mark, but notice how the snowball line has slightly higher total debt for longer due to carrying that high APR visa. The avalanche line stays lower throughout because it attacks expensive debt immediately. The key takeaway here, both methods work. Both get you debt-free. The difference is in the cost and the journey. Choose the path you'll actually follow all the way to that zero line. Let's put a real number on this. In Maya's specific situation, $34,000 in debt, $400 extra per month, choosing the avalanche over the snowball saves approximately $1,400 in interest over the life of the payoff. Your number will be different depending on your balances and rates, but here's what this stat really means. The strategy you choose has a measurable financial cost or benefit. It's not just about psychology or math in isolation. It's about knowing both sides, then making an informed choice. This video is for educational purposes only, and your specific situation may vary. Consider speaking with a nonprofit credit counselor for personalized guidance. So where did Maya end up? She used a hybrid strategy. One quick snowball win on her store card, then full avalanche mode on that 24% visa. Today, 14 months in, she's eliminated 2 of her 4 debts and saved over $900 in interest. She's not debt-free yet, but she has a plan and she's sticking to it. Here are the 4 things to remember from today's video. Snowball builds momentum through psychology. Avalanche saves the most money mathematically. A hybrid of both can give you the best of both worlds. And the most important rule of all, consistency beats perfection every single time. Start today. Even $50 extra a month matters. Everything you've seen in this video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Always consult a licensed financial advisor or nonprofit credit counselor for guidance specific to your situation. Past results and modeled scenarios do not guarantee future outcomes. Thank you for